All right. I think we're live now. Let's see. Didn't really. All right, OBS acting up on me. I think we're good. Um, Anyways, if we're not, I could always start this over. Yeah, all right. Now I'm seeing myself pop up on YouTube. So, just a small crew in. It looks like people are maybe not as excited about NHL playoffs as they were maybe the first couple days. But yeah, last night was another really good night of playoff hockey. And I don't think tonight's going to disappoint either. That Carolina game, by the way, that was probably my favorite one to watch. That was a good one because it was so loud on the screen, on my TV screen, like coming out of my speakers. It was ridiculous. Carolina won, full line goal, obviously helped as well. I was super heavy on them. Finally came through. They didn't do a ton outside of that, but no one really did anything crazy. Maybe, the Sharks had some good outputs and Vegas won, but no one really like wrecked the slate outside of maybe like Tomas Hertl or something like that. 9.5. Yeah. Who wins tonight? Avs? No. The Avs do not win tonight, William. It's gonna be a Flames night, I think. So, what did I have for lunch? I had sushi. It was phenomenal. What did you have for lunch? Avs in 5. Avs in 5, yeah. Yeah, Avs in 5, for sure. You did call it before the series. Yes, you did. Well, hopefully you guys all made some money. Sushi as well. Wow, what a coincidence. That's pretty cool. Yeah, St. Louis game. Didn't watch a ton of that one, but did see the end. The Schwartz goal. Just incredible skill to score a goal like that. Bat it out of the air and into the net. I mean, just ridiculous. And then I watched some of the Vegas game. I think I watched basically the whole Vegas game. But yeah, no complaints. Did not quite get there as far as DFS goes. Did have a good night, I suppose. Baseball and hockey, but yeah, no binks. So I was in first for a while, but there were guys with a bunch of PMR behind me that I knew would catch me. So my winnings looked really, really good after the Blues game. And then, of course, they went way down, but still profited. So can't really complain with the top-heavy payout structures anyways. They seem to be mixing up their lines. Yeah, Calgary is mixing up their lines. So we'll talk about that in just a minute. Just 2 games. This stream's going to go super fast. I am on the baseball show tonight for anyone that wants to watch. 6 Eastern, Chris Baggs and I live before lock. There you go. I just added the channel. Maybe we'll get a few more people coming in. But yeah, 6 o'clock, live before lock. Me and Chris Baggs will be breaking it down. So that's exactly what I'm going to do after this stream is over. I'll be making my MLB lineups, doing some more pitcher research. I see we've already got a bunch of postponements already. So I'm looking at Twins game postponed. A couple of my buddies are going to be pretty upset about that one. Indians game also postponed. So no Barrios, no Corey Kluber, and yeah, I don't think there was anything that people wanted to play there outside of maybe some Twin stacks and Barrios. I love Falk. Ryan H., why do you love Falk? He's garbage. Jones came up big last night. Yep, Jones was average. He was perfectly fine last night, which is exactly what they need. Can he do that in Vegas in Game 6? I don't know. It remains to be seen. But anyone who thought the Sharks were dead, I don't know. I figured it would be a 6-7 game series. Going into Vegas is going to be a tough spot for Jones. Kevin, I don't know what that means. All right. Looks like we can just go through this, get done very quickly, and then you guys can join for the baseball show 14, or no, I guess now it's a 12-game slate with the 2 postponements, more weather issues, I'm sure. So we'll see how everything goes. I'm sure we'll get MLB news rolling in while we're on this stream. So I've got my crunches made and everything, not necessarily final, but I pretty much know where I'm going to be at. And basically what is in the cheat sheets. So those will kind of be my exposures. I'll talk exposures as we go. 2.8 implied total for the Leafs, 3.2 for the Bruins. Frederik Andersen and Tuukka Rask in net here. We're going to get Bergeron, Marchand, and Danton Heinen going up against Tavares, Marner, and Hyman. Hyman. All right, I think I kept those 2 straight. And then we're going to have Krejci, DeBrusk, Pasternak go up against Matthews, Andreas Janssen, and Kapanen, as well as the third line for the Leafs. So middle 6 will be going up against each other for most of the game, while Boston won and Toronto won, duke it out at 5-on-5, at least based on what we've seen so far. McAvoy has had a pretty good series. He's 5K. Again, I think you still can stack him with Boston 1. Even though they don't have power play correlation, they do play a lot at even strength. As you saw last game, he was in on both of the goals, I believe, for Boston 1. Or I guess all 3 of them, or 2 out of the 3, something like that. I didn't have Jones at all last night. Why not? I mean, if you were MMEing, you should have had some Jones. But I don't know. I like the Sharks. So my goalie exposure just basically goes to where I'm playing my stacks from. And I did really like the Sharks last night. And it probably worked out no matter which line you stacked, honestly. So here, I think it's no secret I'm heavy, or maybe not heavy, but I'm closer to the field, maybe a little bit over on Bergeron, Marchand, and Heinen. I just think they are too good of a line to kind of not produce here, and now they're cheap with Heinen back on that top line at 3,300, just way too affordable. You can stack them up with Calgary 1 and actually get some okay defensemen as well. So pricing super soft, but that's what you want to see. Again, on these 2 gamers and 3 gamers, I almost never set a salary cap, but like I'm going to have lineups that aren't with Boston 1 that have, let's see, salary of 4,400. I've got a 4,500. I've got 45,400, 45,900. So don't be afraid to go with the correlation here. You don't have to. You can go 3-2-1 and all that. I think that's all fine. But yeah, I just wait. Zarnik is not playing. Is that right? Why does Fantasy Cruncher not have Zarnik? Anyways, he's not that important. I can figure that out. Oh, there we go. I mean, it is Zarnik, right? Yeah. All right, I'm gonna figure this out right now. Because I might have to. Yeah, okay. With Zarnik coming in tonight for Calgary, he becomes the 9th member of the team to make a postseason debut in 2019. Okay, that makes sense. Cool. So Zarnik is in. I had that right. Oh, okay. I was saying you guys have great content. I can't get around to it like I used to. That's all. Oh, dude, thanks. Appreciate that. I agree. We do have a lot of good content. Even if this isn't your favorite show, Deeper Dive, the NBA show, those guys do an awesome job. NFL, on the contrary, yeah, we've got a lot of good stuff. The sports betting show this morning, if you guys want to watch that back. You can watch the Yahoo MLB show. You can watch the overall MLB show. Those were both this morning. Lots of good analysis there. And then, again, deeper dive right after the show. And then it's going to be live before lock. And I will be on that one with Chris Spags. Goalie for tonight? I don't know. It's a 2-game slate. Just go with who you're stacking, really. That's what I would think. Okay. So I'm heavy on Bergeron, the Bergeron line, and Bergeron especially, running a bunch of 3-2-1s as well. So I'm getting some Krejci, DeBrusk, and Pasternak lineups. But looking at my exposures for them, it looks like I'm going to come in a little bit below the field, I would think. So that's all right. I think it's a perfectly fine matchup against Matthews' line and the Nylander line, but definitely siding with Boston 1 if I can get to them. And I'm getting to them a lot. Toronto, same thing as last time. Sort of splitting exposure with a slight lean to Toronto 2 because they're going to avoid Bergeron for a lot of the game. And then I like Nylander, Marleau, and Connor Brown. I don't actually like Brown, but I do like that line. I have more Toronto 3 than Toronto 2. Disregard that. I have more Toronto 3 than Boston 3 is what I meant to say. On D, Krug still priced heavily. I got to 20% of Krug, which is actually more than I thought, but there's just so much salary that I'm playing these top power play guys when I can. I'm getting to some McAvoy, but I'm going to try not to point chase after that game. I know he's 500 cheaper. I know he's a fine play. And I know you like to target defensemen against Toronto, but coming off a huge game like that, he's not the biggest peripheral guy. It's like shot attempts wise. He's playing really well though. So I get it if you want to go to him. I got even more Morgan Riley than Torrey Krug. That will probably hold up. Riley's been kind of a beast in a few games, and he's the one that's attempting a lot of shots. So that's the one that I kind of really like at 5,400. Janssen on PP1 last game. Yep, he's going to be on PP1 again. No Kadri. Kadri suspended, of course. Grzelcyk, Carlo, Moore. The lean I have there is to Carlo at 3,300. I know he doesn't play in the power play, but the minutes are going to be there for him. I think he's going to see 20 plus, and hopefully some time with the top two forward lines for the Bruins. And if I can find a $3,300 defenseman that's going to play 20, 22 minutes like Carlo is, I'll take my chances there in a few lineups. I'm not going crazy with him. I don't want to make it seem like I'm playing like 50% Brandon Carlo, but going to get to a few shares there. So just wanted to mention him. And I mentioned Riley. The other guys in this game that I'm playing some of, Gardner, just because of the power play too. Like I said, I like to play guys that are on the power play. Actually, I should get more Muzzin in there. I think Muzzin's a fine play. I don't know if I included him as much as I should have. So I'm going to make that change and probably crunch after. So it'll probably be similar as far as Muzzin versus Gardner. Only a 2-game slate, so you should probably include some guys that don't play on the power play, and Muzzin's going to be one of those for me. All right, let's move it on to I guess we can talk about goalie. On my non-Boston lineups, a lot of them are going to feature Freddie Anderson. He's going to see a lot of shot volume. He's basically going to be viable in every game this series. He's, even when he let up a bunch of goals in that last game, he still just puts up points because of the amount of volume he sees. So if they somehow steal this road win, I find it very tough to imagine a scenario where he's not the nuts goalie at 7,500. And I don't think he's going to be, I've got him as the least owned goalie on the slate. So I will take that. I think he is one of the better goalies on the slate. You could argue the best goalie on the slate pretty easily. All right, other game. Avs, Flames. Can we play Vegas 2 tonight? I feel like we should. Uh, yeah, I think they would still come through. It seems like every night except for last night. We finally wore them out. They were due for a bad game. All right, Avalanche and Flames, 2.7 implied total for the Avs, 3.3 for the Flames. Philip Grubauer and Mike Smith in net here. We've seen that basically all series. They're keeping Smith in net. I mean, okay. I don't really care. I'm playing a lot of Mike Smith tonight, similar to Martin Jones. I mean, Smith probably overall better goalie than Jones. He is. He's a better goalie than Jones. But, yeah, it just sucks when you've got a really solid team and then your goaltending kind of lets you down. But he actually has played okay, so I probably am being too hard on Mike Smith. Calgary switched up their lines. Monahan Gaudreau with Bennett. Backlund with Kachuk. That's standard, but they're going to add Lindholm to that line. So the line I'm actually getting to is that Backlund line. They are probably going to see a lot of time against McKinnon once again. And if you're seeing a lot of time against McKinnon, that means you're probably on the ice a lot because McKinnon doesn't come off the ice. So I am all over Calgary 2. I think the ownership between Calgary 1 and Calgary 2 is going to be similar. And for me, I will take the lesser known names for a similar price. I think that at this price range, let's see what the price is actually. So that's $15.9 for Calgary 2, and it is $15.5 for Calgary 1. So I think a lot of people will go to Calgary 1. That's understandable, but yeah, maybe Monahan and Gaudreau are better than Backlund, Kachuk, Lindholm, sure, but you still get guys in similar situations. You get a line that's going to hard match against McKinnon, who that line trades chances very well. And Calgary 2 is playing super high event. So I don't see what's not to like about the second line. This is going to be my highest exposed stack probably on the entire night. Kachuk's going to be maybe my highest exposed player on the night. At 56, I think that's a ridiculous price for him, even on a 2-game slate where they try to soften it intentionally. I will be taking advantage of the Calgary prices here. I do think Calgary wins this game. So for what it's worth, I think I was 3 for 3 yesterday. Now that I think of it, I think I said Blues yesterday, didn't I? But whatever. I think Calgary wins this game and gets it back to Colorado, and then who knows what happens there. On the other side, the only question really with the Avs here, because I think McKinnon's going to be heavily owned for sure, but we still have Bergeron, the Bergeron line on this slate. So there are, and the thing is, there are ways to fit in Bergeron with like McKinnon, Landeskog, and Kerfoot. You could even go like Bergeron and Heinen, or you could probably even go Bergeron and Marchand. Now that I'm thinking of it, let me use the Osmo.com lineup builder and see if we actually can do this. Yeah, you could make that happen. Go Carlo, Kachuk, and now look at this. Not Brody. Let's go Rasmus Anderson. 73. Oh, we got to go even cheaper. Which goalie? Oh, okay, we have to play Rask in this one. So we'd have to play a 2,600. So let's go, Nemeth. How about that? That's a pretty good lineup. But you see, you can make whatever lineups you like tonight. So leave some salary on the table in a handful of your lineups. I would. Yeah, of course I had to do Nemeth. Of course. Nemeth's a stud. Ian Cole. Yeah, don't get me started on Ian Cole. I'm actually playing that bozo tonight. He actually is. He looks aggressive. I don't know why, but I thought Blues were done, but came through. So did I. I thought they were kind of done. They looked done. St. Louis 1 looked good. I didn't look at the numbers just yet from that game, the game report or anything, but I'm assuming it's gonna show me some positive things. 3-2 going back to St. Louis. obviously an enormous win for the Blues. But a couple bounces go your way, all of a sudden it's a brand new series. So, all right. Like I said, on the ad side, it's basically what do you do with McKinnon, because he's going to be owned. And basically, who do you play him with? Do you play him with Landeskog and Kerfoot? Do you play him with Landeskog and Rantanen? Do you play him by himself? You can certainly play him by himself. I think highest floor probably of any player on the slate. He's going up against Backlund, but Steve Homercles in our chat made a pretty good point about just Calgary 2 playing super high event, even when they're up against McKinnon. So they've been okay trading chances. Wouldn't expect any different matchups here. Yeah, I just like if you're watching these games, McKinnon's so aggressive that like he's just got such a safe floor. So I have a hard time imagining how he kills you outside of just not getting on the score sheet at all, but I don't think that's going to happen. If he gets an assist, like his floor is probably 5 points just based on shots alone. What letter grade is for FanDuel and what one is for DK? These are the DK grades I have on right now. If I go up here to FanDuel, can you guys see that? I think you can see that. Yeah, okay, you can see that. If I go up to FanDuel, you can get the FanDuel grades. All the prices change. The grades will be a little bit different, of course, because the pricing's different on different sites. I usually go on DK because that's where I play for the most part. And yeah, these two grades are points grade and then the value grade. So value grade, points grade. So hopefully that helps. If you want to try out a week or a month, for the month you get 50% off the first month if you go to if you go to join and type in promo code hit the ice. That will give you 50% off of your first month, which is a pretty good deal. And then you can see if it's for you. Hang out in Slack. We tilt the games. We sweat the games. We talk about what we're seeing. We just talk about random stuff. The hockey chat's been pretty fun all year. Been really learning some stuff for sure in the chat, but also just a good group of people in there to talk about DFS and other things. So if that doesn't get you in, what does? Don't be freeloaders, Join the chat. It's worth it, I promise. Again, promo code hit the ice. So for me, I think I'm probably playing McKinnon with some Landeskog, some Kerfoot. Alex just had an interesting tweet. Yeah, I mean, you can play him with whoever he correlates to. So anyone that's on the top power play, anyone, Landeskog, McKinnon, Kerfoot, you can play all those guys together. It's just based on what you want to do, because you're going to get a different lineup construction if you go like this compared to if you take out Kerfoot, put in Rantanen, and now you just see the difference in price. So there's less things you can do, but maybe that's a less owned combo. I'm not exactly sure. Alex the Weatherman. Yeah, he's puts on different hats. He says, I'm not into posting winning lineups or screenshots as evidence of superior skill or prognostication. That's a big word. I couldn't tell you what it means. If my projections say I'll average 100 and I score 200, that's an instance of me being remarkably wrong and not admirably right. It's an interesting way to look at things. Some of the responses are funny. Anyways, think about that. You guys like screenshots? I don't think a lot of the people on our site post a lot of screenshots, subscribers or otherwise. But yeah, we do have an Osmo.com weather account. You should go follow that if you play MLB, because it is Alex actually doing that. He just posts screenshots from his phone, and he does know a little bit about what's the phrase? I can't even. The study of meteorology? Is that the study of weather? Let me see. Yeah. Meteorology. No, it's okay to get pumped. I agree, Nolan. Yeah, I think, yeah, like sharing it in chat, I think is cool. Like, I mean, I don't care if you tweet it. Like, who cares? I don't know. It's just an interesting way to look at things. Alex's tweet. I feel bad for Ehlers. Dude blocks a Pareko blast with his bone and walking down the tunnel. The Blues win. God, that sucks. Yeah, Alex's father is a meteorologist. Right, yeah. I always laugh at the tout who shares this one screenshot once a month winning 10K. They've probably been spending 2K a night for 30 days. Right. Yeah, that's my thing. So, I don't know. I don't think I've posted a screenshot since like a couple years ago, maybe. I don't know. Maybe a little over a year ago. If Alex posted screenshots, you would, some of you guys would be weak in the knees, I think. Either way, the swings for him have to be incredible. I mean, he does a great job diversifying his lineup, so maybe the swings aren't as ridiculous despite the volume he plays, but yeah. I agree, Nolan. I think it's a little bit disingenuous to just post the wins, but people like that, and that draws people to certain sites. So I see it both ways, to do it or to not do it. What else do you guys want to talk about? Anything else? Yeah, Emac's been sending me the screenshots in chat. He's just grinding away, making $50 here, making $100 here, making 70. It's like every single night. He's just grinding showdown, doing whatever, just ROI through the roof. How often do the power play articles come out on Osmo? During the regular season, they'll be basically every day, going into next year. And then in the playoffs, I was actually just talking to Nolan, we'll probably do some on the bigger slates. Or I should say the bigger contests for like the showdown and stuff. Do you think Vegas 2 closes it out tomorrow? Yeah, I think they probably win. I don't know though. I think I'm going to do a show tomorrow. So we can talk about it. It's a 3-game slate, so whatever. I did one on a 2-game slate today, so I got to give you the 3-gamer tomorrow for the people that have hung in there. Martin Jones probably going to be Martin Jones. Yeah. You going to get 3 good or even average Martin Jones games in a row? I don't know. How early are you going to do it, Jake? The show tomorrow? Probably, I want to say we have a 3 Eastern lock. 3 Eastern? Yeah, 2 my time. So 3 Eastern lock. So, I don't know, maybe 1 Eastern. Maybe 12 Eastern. I'm not sure. Somewhere in there. It'll be in the 1 or 12 Eastern to 1 Eastern lock hour. Somewhere in there. But we'll just talk through each game, talk about injuries. Maybe I'll remind you of stuff you didn't catch, and vice versa. You guys teach me stuff. I miss things all the time, so it's always helpful to get on stream. How's your baseball season been? Not great, actually. It hasn't been great yet. Yeah. I mean, it's been fun. I've had a couple of good nights. I've had a lot of not good nights. Oh, okay. MLB show should be done around 12:30 p.m. Eastern. Emac, I'm assuming that's you and Adam, correct? If so, cool. Then I'll probably go live right after that. Vlad G in the lineup Tuesday? Yeah, I saw someone said he got called up or he's getting called up. Yeah, it'll be pretty cool. Emac, I think me and you are doing the show next Saturday when Adam is gone, if you didn't know that already. All right, I'm just looking to see if I missed anything. Oh, Nolan posted his line change article. Line changes, power plays, and spotlight stacks. So someone was asking about the power play articles. One just got released right now, so I'll post that in chat. It's free. Read that, be a freeloader, and then next year you should be subbing to NHL if you like this information. Of course, another way you can pay us or show us gratitude is just by giving us a like. It does really help us out. So I know it may not seem like a big deal, but if you could do that, that would be helpful. Makes me look good. Makes our bosses happy. Thanks, Nolan. Yeah, thanks, Nolan. All right. Anything that we see here, Nolan? Yeah, Corrali back in. That actually does make a difference. I don't think we mentioned him. Yep, Nolan's advocating for the big three. I like it. I don't have a problem with that at all. Throwing Kerfoot. Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, it's not one way or the other, Nolan. So you could do Kerfoot, you could do Rantanen, you could just go McKinnon and Landeskog if you wanted to mini stack. All right, let's see. Ooh, oh, okay. So, Landeskog, McKinnon, Rantanen, 1443 last game. And then Kerfoot went down to line 2. McKinnon, Kerfoot, Landeskog played 436 together. I didn't realize it was that big of a discrepancy. You can Josh stack it. You can certainly do that. I think what I might do is... what I'm going to do for sure is play more Rantanen with Landeskog and McKinnon than I anticipated or that I had in my last crunch. So I'm going to make that change and then start studying up for baseball tonight. And you guys will see me go through, hopefully make my crunches in time. And we'll have a good show. It's always a good crowd, interesting crowd on Fridays. Will you play much Wilson? Probably not a ton, honestly. I know he's on power play 1. I get it. That's all right. I'm playing the big guns. If Wilson gets in on the scoring or if he gets a goal, you'll be rewarded. If not, I will be rewarded. So, okay, good luck tonight, guys. I will see you back tomorrow at some point. I plan on doing a stream. If something changes, I'll let you know. Get in Slack, promo code Hit the Ice, 50% off your first month of Awesemo.com Premium. And again, please give us a like if you do appreciate this content. It does really help us out. All right, let's bink it. See you tomorrow.